Okay, Santi from Ghana, Alex from Kano, you are all welcome on board. Okay. Yes, Santi from Ghana, Alex from Kano, you are all welcome on board. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. Can you hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, type loud and clear. Can you hear me loud and clear? Okay, somebody is saying not too clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, okay, just say loud and clear. Okay, now we are good to go. So the business of the day. Tonight, I'm going to be taking you on grant writing. And how to apply for the Kickstart competition grants. Okay. How many of us can see on my screen? Okay, just if I can see. Okay, that's John, I can see. Okay, that's good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Adedare Osunsanya. I'm the CEO of Double Entrepreneur Hub. I welcome you all to this tutorial this evening. Before I start, let me quickly do a short introduction by myself. I'm the founder of CEO of Double Entrepreneur Hub. I am a business and ICT consultant, a research and business development officer. I'm the 2022 Grant Award Kickstart Foundation, 2019 to Nerimedu Grant Award, finally is 2021 Entrepreneurship World Cup, and some other awards that they have won are listed here. So that's the reason why you need to listen to me this evening, because I have been in this race now for almost, let's say, 10 years, like applying for grants now since my university days. I have been applying for grants, and I can tell you what really works and what doesn't work. I have won a couple of grants, and tonight I'm going to be sharing my secret with you. So before we commence, let's quickly do this little exercise. In your own language, what do you understand by a grant? Have you ever applied for a grant before? If yes, what are the major challenges? Let me see your response in the chat box. What do you understand by a grant? Have you ever applied for a grant before? If yes, what are the major challenges you encountered? Please let me see your response in the chat box. Okay, I'm waiting for you all. What do you understand by grants? Have you ever applied for one before? Let's quickly do that in the next 2 minutes. I'm waiting for your responses. I'm waiting for your responses. Okay, since there's no response, let me just continue with the training. Okay, Alex said a grant could be defined as a special fund made available for a project. He said no, he hasn't applied for a grant before. Okay. I think that's the only answer we got tonight. Okay, somebody else. No, I haven't applied for a grant before. Samuel Wusu. Okay, let's continue. In the world of business and entrepreneurship, securing funding is often a crucial step towards turning ideas into reality. Grants, proposal, and business plan play vital roles in this process. Understanding how these elements work together is essential for aspiring and existing business owners, entrepreneurs, non-profit organizations, and anyone seeking financial support for their ventures. You know, when you're starting out a business, it's always good to start with grants because with grants you can do a whole lot of things. Like you're not under pressure to pay back loan. You have time to experiment with the money. You have time to know what works and what doesn't really work. Like it will really give you a good leverage to be able to grow your business faster. Likewise, as an existing business owner too. So, and there are so many of these grants out there that a lot of people are not aware of. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here tonight to show you how you can apply for this grant and go about it. Grants are financial awards provided by foundations, corporations, government, or other entities to support various projects, initiatives, or research efforts. They offer a valuable source of non-repayable funding, often with specific guidelines and eligibility criteria. We have different types of grants. We have the startup grants or seed funding grants. Example of startup grants and seed funding grants are the two Nebulu Foundation grants, the Kickstart grants I'm going to share with you tonight. We also have project grants, majorly for non-profit business or for non-profit organizations. We have research grants. These are for academics and also for non-profit organizations. We have facilities and equipment grants, also known as capital grants. These ones are when you are being given, they help you to buy your equipment and all that. We have operating fund grants. This grant, they will give you grant for your operating expenses. We have technical assistance grants. This grant, they won't give you monetary funds. They will only offer you technical assistance. All these grants here, I've won startup grants before. I've won facilities and equipment grants. I've won operating fund grants. I've won technical assistance grants before. So I can practically tell you what works and what doesn't work and how you can apply for this kind of grants. benefits of effective grant writing. Why do you need to write grants? For you to access funding. That's the major reason, which is number one. Grants provide organizations with access to financial resources that can support the implementation of their projects and initiatives. Like I earlier said, effective grant writing increases the chances of you securing these funds, enabling organizations to bring their ideas to life and make a positive impact in their communities. Another advantage is competitive advantage. You're able to have competitive advantage over your competitors. Grant opportunities are often highly competitive, with numerous organizations vying for limited funding. But effective grant writing helps organizations stand out from the competition by presenting a compelling case for why their project deserves funding. Well-written grant proposals have a higher likelihood of being selected for funding. Another benefit is project viability. Grant applications require organizations to articulate a clear project plan, including your goals, objectives, and methods. Through effective grant writing, organizations can demonstrate the viability and feasibility of their projects. We also have alignment with funders' objectives. Funders have specific missions, goals, and priorities. Effective grant writing involves researching and understanding these objectives, which allows the organization to tailor their proposals to align with the funders' areas of interest. By clearly articulating how their projects align with the funders' goals, organizations can enhance their chances of securing funding. So what this simply means is that, when you align your objectives, with the funders' objectives, you can easily get these grants by clearly articulating your project, how you're going to execute the project to align with the funders' objectives. Also, another benefit of grant writing is impact and sustainability. Grant funders are often interested in supporting projects that create a lasting impact and have a sustainable future. Effective grant writing enables organizations to showcase the potential impact of their projects, including measurable outcomes and plans for long-term sustainability. Demonstrating a clear vision for impact and sustainability increases the attractiveness of these grant funders. Increased visibility and credibility is another benefit of grant writing. Successful grant applications can raise an organization's profile and reputation within the funding community. Effective grant writing showcases an organization's professionalism, expertise, and ability to deliver results. This increased visibility and credibility can lead to additional funding opportunities. Another benefit is organization growth and capacity building. Securing grants not only provides immediate funding, but also contributes to the overall growth and capacity building of organizations. Successful grant writing can help organizations expand their operations, develop new programs, hire staff, or acquire necessary resources. When you apply for grants, like I earlier said, you're able to grow your business faster. Okay, somebody is causing motion here. Trying to mute the participants. Okay. Sorry about that. Myths about grant writing, about grants. There are so many myths surrounding grants. A lot of people believe this myth, and that has really, disrupt them from applying for grants. Some people, believe that, okay, because of this myth, they don't even bother to apply for this grant at all. So I'm telling you that, okay, most of these myths, are not true. If let me say all these myths are not true. Some doesn't even believe that. The first one is that some people doesn't even believe that grants exist at all. I'm a living testimony, and I'm telling you tonight that grants exist, and there are plenty out there. Another myth is grants are only given to the well-connected people. That's a lie. Grants, once you meet the criteria, you'll be given the grants. I'm a living testimony, I don't know anybody, and I have won several grants. I don't know anybody. Starting from the days of my NYSC days, I have been winning grants, applying for business loans and all that. So you don't need to be well connected. It's just a matter of knowing what it takes to apply for a particular grant, and you'll be given. Grant is a game of luck. Well, I can say it's a game of luck and not a game of luck. When you do the right thing, you might be lucky to get it, and sometimes you might be unlucky not to get it. But I'm telling you that if you do the right thing, your higher chances of getting the grant is like 80%. Only few grants exist, and they are limited to only certain businesses. This is not true, because grants opportunities are plenty out there. They are very, very plenty. And the other part is that they are limited to only certain businesses. Some grants are limited to a particular business, while some accommodate all businesses. Like the Kickstart grant and Tony Edmilio Foundation grant, they accommodate all businesses. So any type of business you want to apply for, they are ready to fund you, provided you meet the criteria and you are doing the right thing. Another myth is you need to be an expert to be able to write grants. I'm telling you that you don't need to be an expert. Just, go through the checklist, do what you are asked to do, and express yourself in simple English. I can tell you that when I started writing grants, I was not an expert, but as time goes on, I go up to be an expert in business plan and grant writing. And today, I'm writing business plan and grants for other people. And I don't come cheap if I'm to write for you today, like I'm making money from it. But you don't need to be an expert like the way people used to think about it before you can write grants. So before you start a grants application, these are the tips or the steps involved for you to write a successful grant. The first one is planning. You need to plan yourself before you even start writing grants or start looking for which one to apply for. Planning includes setting clear goals and objectives, outlining your activities and strategies to achieve them, and establishing a timeline for project implementation. Consider your project's feasibility, alignment with the vision and potential impact. You should also assess available resources, how much you need, and potential collaborations to support the project. Before you apply for grants, you need to check the available resources with you. You need to know how much you need. Then the people you can partner with, the organizations you can partner with to support your projects. The next step is research. This involves identifying potential funding opportunities and understanding the requirements and priorities of funders. You need to do a research on which grants are available for at a particular time in point. Then this includes researching government agencies, foundations, and corporations that offer grants that align with your organization's missions and project goals. List plenty of them out. Start looking for them and start listing them out. This will save you time and effort by focusing on funders that are best fit for your project. You don't apply for all grants, but you apply for the ones that align with your business objectives and goals. Then review the organizations. After you must have researched on the organization, then the next thing is to review them. List the organizations that can give you the needed funding. Go to the applications forms to understand the type of grants, their criteria, selection process, and questions. There are some people that when they want to apply for grants, they won't even bother to check the application checklist. They won't check their criteria, the questions, and everything. So that's the reason why some will apply and they will start complaining that, oh, this grant, I didn't win it. Because there are some things that will be inside the checklist or the application form, the eligibility criteria, before you can even win the grant. So if you didn't even meet this eligibility criteria, they won't even shortlist your business. So you need to go through it, download the application form, it's something downloadable. If there are questions there, go through all the questions. I know what they're asking for. You go through the questions from the beginning to the end to know whether this is for you or not. Then you need to start writing. After you must have done all those, then the next step is for you to start writing your grant. This involves crafting a compelling grant proposal that effectively communicates your project's objectives, strategies, impact, and budget. It requires clear and concise writing, using persuasive language to convince funders of your project's worthiness. Incorporate evidence-based data, highlighting the significance of the problem being addressed and demonstrating how the project will make a difference. In the case of online application form, copy all the questions in the Word document and answer from there, then copy back online when done. When you want to apply for grants, if there are grants that you have to apply online, like you have to be filling in the forms online, I always advise that that's the way I normally do. I always advise that you copy all the questions out in a Word document. So once you copy all the questions out in the Word document, then you start filling it one after the other. So that by the time you are done, you start pasting it back. There are so many reasons for doing this. Number one is that you don't exceed the word limits for the questions. Then, due to internet issue, you might be applying online and your internet might fail, and all the questions and all your answers might, be erased off. You might lose them. So in order not to lose them, it's better you answer them in the Word document. Then, after you are done, start copying them back into the box that's provided online. We are still under writing. A systematic approach to writing is to make sure that you follow the grant application guidelines, structuring your proposal logically and ensuring consistency in tone and messaging. This allows for a focused and coherent narrative that captures the attention of funders and presents a strong case for funding. Submission. This is very crucial to follow. It is crucial to follow all submission guidelines, including number of words or characters, formatting requirements, attachments, specification, and any additional documentation. Before you submit your grant, make sure you review them. You check for the words or character limits that are requested for. You check for the formatting requirements. Some will ask you, use Times New Roman, font 14. They will tell you so many things. Attachments, they will tell you that you should attach some things. They will request for some documentation. So you have to supply all this information and go through, follow the instructions to details. If not, you might not be selected. A lot of people do all these mistakes. In fact, I personally, I like applying for grants that have very, very cumbersome instructions. There are some grants that once you see it, you know that, it will look so hectic. Do you know the reason why I like applying for such grants? The reason being that a lot of people don't apply for such grants. So it will increase my chances of being picked. Because I know that, okay, wow, this grant, a lot of people are not going to apply for this. So I personally will take that pain to apply for it. Because I know that a lot of people will be discouraged from applying. So it will increase my own chances of being picked. A systematic approach to submission involves double-checking all elements of the proposal, ensuring that all necessary components are included and meeting the submission deadline. That's another thing. You have to submit on the deadline. You have to submit. So people will submit on a later date, especially if you're asked to send to a mail. If you're asked to send to a mail, your proposal will be rejected. Now, writing techniques tips. The importance of clear, concise, and using compelling words in grant proposals cannot be emphasized. You have to follow these tips. Number one, active voice. Use active voice to create stronger and more engaging sentences. When you are talking, talk in the active voice. It will make you, it will present your, it will make your project to be loud, visible out there, what you are saying. Then avoid jargons. Stop using technical or industry specific jargon that may hinder understanding. There are some of these grants that the people that will review your grant might not even be in your industry. So when you are now using technical jargons, it's going to limit your chances of being picked. So you have to speak in the layman's language. Although there are some things you have to say, but all those technical jargons, you have to avoid them in your industry. Tailoring the proposal. Make sure that you tailor the proposal to the specific funders' guidelines, incorporating their languages and addressing their priorities. There are grants that you have to look at. What are these people looking for? What might they be interested in? Some are interested in youth development. Some are interested in non-profits. Some are interested in the impact you want to create in your community. Some are interested in your workmanship. Like what I mean by much, like some are just interested in the growth of your staff. Like you want to make sure that okay, you employ more people and you are paying their salary. Some are interested in capital project like equipment. You have to understand the grant very well. Like, okay, what are they interested in? Then telling a compelling story. Use a compelling narrative throughout the proposal, capturing the funder's attention and demonstrating the project's impact. Then after this, you have to proofread and editing. This will ensure clarity, coherence, and error-free proposals. It's always good to go through your proposal at the end of writing it. Then conciseness, be concise and avoid unnecessary repetition or lengthy descriptions. Golden tips. Apply for many grants as possible because this will increase your chances. Apply for many grants as possible. You have to keep applying. Then don't be discouraged or allow anyone to discourage you. Don't allow anyone to say that you cannot do it or, oh, these grants, oh, forget about it, it's not working and all those things. Summarize the key points of your grant proposal. Express your confidence in the success of the business. Thank the reader for considering your proposal. Now to the business of the day. We are going to see, I'm going to show you live how to apply for the Kickstart 2023 business grant competition. And for those of you here tonight, congratulations, because what I'm going to be showing you here tonight, like if you can follow this very well, if you can follow this tip very well, you are going to, skate through. I have applied for this grant. I got it the third time. I got this grant the third time. So I know how it works, what they want and what they don't want. So that is me at the award ceremony in Lagos in November 2022. That's the first lady of Mrs. Dele Abiodun presenting the award to me. Then I won 2 million naira, but I have used the money judiciously accordingly to what I wrote in my application. So don't come and ask for your own share or do give away. The money is fast spent. Okay, Geraldine says, I can't apply for the grant because I'm above the age grade. There's some grant that doesn't have age limits. There's some grant that doesn't have age limits. Just check for them online. So let's go back to the Kickstart 2020 application. You have to visit this link to be able to apply. For those of you who are in the group, I have shared this link. Then, like I said, copy the application questions. When you get to the question stage, you copy the application questions on your MS Word and you apply from there. The deadline for submission is Monday, July 24, 2023. Then let us look at the application eligibility together for this Kickstart grants. So when you get to the Kickstart homepage, this is the way it looks like. When you click on that link, it will take you here. So if you're about to start, you click on Start Application. Then if you are a returning person, you click on Return Continue Application, My Dashboard. It's not necessary like you apply in a day. You have a 1 month to apply for this, or 3 weeks. So you can always apply, save, be applying, be answering the questions gradually. So let us look at the eligibility criteria. For this Kickstart, you have to be ages 18 years to 35 years. Communication, you have to write in English language. Your business has to be resided or reside in Nigeria. They say that business areas, agricultural, rice farming, maize, sorghum, and the likes. Do you know the reason why they wrote under agriculture, rice farming, maize, and because Kickstart is sponsored by International Breweries PLC, and by the time you plant rice, maize, farming, these are the kind of businesses, these are the kind of projects that can support their own projects, their own business. They were able to buy back from you because these are the things these are part of the raw materials they use in production of their products. Those are quality products. So they tend to, in agriculture, they tend to support more of these projects. People go into these projects. Circular packaging, others are particular retailing, retail of international breweries product. Then we have renewable energy. Last year I applied for renewable energy. Then others, we have, so other people too can apply. In fact, they give a lot of fashion designers. They give a lot of fashion designers grants. ICT, yeah, they give a lot of ICT too. Any business can apply. Then your business must be within 0 to 3 years. The deadline for application is Monday, July 24, 2023. So when you click on the Start Application, it's going to take you to the first page whereby you fill in your profile and all that. So once you fill in your profile and everything, then you can continue to the next stage. You also fill some details about your business. Now, I'm going to show you how to answer the question. So when you get to the additional info, this stage, I think this is the third page. So the additional info, that's where you have all the questions listed as shown here. So we are going to answer the questions together now. Somebody is saying I will still do giveaway. Okay, no, I will do giveaway when I win the next grant. Okay, let me quickly talk about this. Under the one thing I have noticed in the Kickstart grant is that if you are monetizing your points, So once you are bulletizing your points and you copy and paste inside any of the box, automatically it's going to cut off the bullets and it might make your work to look off. So always make sure that you use this indent tab. You use the increase indent tab so that your bullets will move to the right. Let me show you what I mean by this. Let's assume that, okay, let's look for something that is bulletized here. Let's copy this. Let's assume that you copy this here now. This is not bulletized. I'm looking for something that is bulletized. Okay. Okay, I think it's okay. Let me just show you. Let's assume that this is here now, and these bullets are not showing. These bullets here are not showing, all these bullets. So what you just need is click on, you highlight everything, then you click on this increase in the tab. Can you see it's going to shift it to the right, so that the bullets can show. I hope that explains my point. So that you, in case you encounter such a scenario, so they will also ask you about your business information and the likes as shown here. So just input everything. Then the first question under your additional info, I'm going to talk about the major questions now. I'm going to talk about the major questions now. Your first questions, the first question is state your business or idea. Before it used to be 50 words, but now they have increased it to, they didn't put any word limit on it. This is it. This is the first major question. They say that describe your business idea. During last year, this section was 50 words. It has 50 words limit. But now what I notice now is that they are trying to make sure that, okay, you express yourself better, like more. They want to hear more about your business other than just a short summary in 50 words. I'm going to show you how to do that. So just answer the questions before this. There are questions that doesn't really need. So Crystal, it doesn't matter whether your business is registered or not. As long as you are operating within 3 years, you have not operated more than 3 years. So just you put the right thing there. You don't need to lie about your business. Because even if you start, if you win the grant, they will still give you the opportunity to register your business. They will assist you because you have mentors, you have project manager, you have a lot of people that will assist you. So, register your business and go about to opening your bank account and likes. So don't be discouraged whether your business is registered or new or existing. So now the way I answer that question, you can answer the question like, just describe your business. If it's 50 words, you can describe your business like, and the business is an ICT or solar-based company that will provides better alternative power supply through portable solar solutions, which power basic office devices and home appliances. Then I mentioned our target market are, that was the way I, answered it then. So for your own, you can just follow this format and answer it. As you can see, this short summary contains a whole lot of things that I'm going to show you now. So now they really want you to, so far it's not, the 50 words is no longer there. They want you to express yourself the more. So and how can you express yourself? By, in business plan, there is something known as executive summary. So in this executive summary has to comprise the summary of your business from the beginning to the end. from the introduction stage, from the public stage to your financial stage and conclusion stage. So you can just implement that idea to answer that part. You first talk about your problem, then you talk about your solution. All these things you're going to, summarize it in maybe in two lines. Talk about your product, your competitive edge, your market potential, then financial. State clearly how much you want, precisely how you are going to use it. Although for this competition, you have sections where you answer these questions. So you might not even need to put all this there, this financial part, but they will ask you below. Then talk about your management, vision, and mission, then put a short one conclusion. The reason for this is that they are not requesting for word limit, so you might be able to express yourself. But when expressing yourself, make sure that you are concise and precise. So that's why I'm giving you this executive summary format to use. If you can see what I stated here, when they ask us to use 50 words, I stated our solution, what our company is, solar-based company, solar-based company. Then solution will provide alternative power supply. USP, our competitive advantage, portable solar solution. Then to power for what? To power basic home appliances. Then I talk about our target markets. You can go further and input all these things I mentioned here. You can see so many things I put in that short summary of 50 words, so that you can grab the attention of your reader faster, or the person reading your proposal. The top question there is, what differentiates your business from your competitors? That one is 50 words. So when you're talking about your differentiation, your differentiation can come in form of pricing, your competitive edge, then your unique value proposition. Therefore, itemize, they asked the question, itemize how you intend selling your products and services. Just mention how you're going to sell your products and services. Mention how you're going to get across to your customers. You can say social media sponsor posts, company's websites, engage direct marketing, encourage word of the mouth, or any other thing you feel like you want to use to reach your customers. Explain it there. No itemize, list it. They say itemize. So don't give them stories. Can you see? Don't say we are going to use social media. Can you see the way to itemize? Because they don't want story. So just list it and go straight to the point, because a lot of people thousands of people are going to apply. So they don't have time to be reading stories. Understand that thing, okay. The fifth question says, what skills do you possess that will enable your idea or business to succeed? So one thing is that they want to know whether you really know what you are really capable of doing this business you're applying for. So you have to measure skills relevant to your business. You can say, for instance, I'm using myself as an example. I have 5 years plus of experience in so. I'm experienced in digital marketing, project management, web design. For an ICT business to survive, you need to have these skills. So just follow the formats. They now ask another question: what experience or experiences do you possess that will enable your idea of business to succeed? You can see that there's no much difference between this question and this question, but you have to be very, very careful on how you explain the truth. For this one, can you say I only listed the skills here? But for this one, and I mentioned how I've gone far in the business in terms of experience. I wrote, I'm an ICT entrepreneur with 10 plus of experience in, I mentioned the project management, business development. You can mention those things. Then organized project leader with 5 years plus of experience in so. I go there for that I've coordinated over 10 team members together we drove so percentage sales growth over a period of so months. Here I'm listing the stats for them. I'm not just saying words, like I'm listing words, key points. I'm giving them stats in terms of years, in terms of KPIs, key performance indexes, impact. Can you see? I see that I coordinated over 10 team members to get together. We have doing sales of a particular percentage over a period of so months. So you have to be very, very specific. These are the things they want to look out for. So you have to know the difference between this and the former questions where you just list the skills. The seventh, how much do you need to start up, expand your business? That one you just mentioned how much you need there. You just mentioned whether 2 million, whether 3 million, whether 2.5. So there's a tab for you there. I think the highest is 3 million. Yeah, the highest you can apply for is 3 million. The analysis that based on the total amount required to start up or expand, itemize how you intend to utilize the money. I always advise that you list no more than 5 of your equipment or other expenses to be incurred. Like if you want to list your, like maybe if you want to buy like 20 things now or 10 things or 15 things you have to buy, you don't have to list all the 10. Find a way of summarizing them in just 5 or 3. Group them together and list them out. And say procurement of raw materials, it will cost so. Office rent, it will cost so. Laptop, so amount. Marketing. Then I always advise that you put your equipment and you also list your expenses, raw materials together. Like you mix them. You don't just list equipment alone or raw materials alone. You list them, I use this one. I see that procurement of raw materials. I'm going to use office rent, laptop, marketing, Then the next questions. Have you worked in the industry where your business idea belongs? If yes, please provide details. So for there, what do you think the answer should be? This question is a yes or no answer. The number 9 question. They ask, have you worked in the industry where your business idea belongs? If yes, provide details. So what do you think your answer should be here? I want to see your responses. Are we still with me? Daddy John says no. Okay. Sarah Yusuf said yes. I need other responses. Alexander said yes. So the answer is yes. Do you know the reason why? They want to know whether you have experience in what you want to go for. Like, if I'm also the one that want to give you money and you come to meet me, like, I want to do this business, I need so amount. The first thing I will ask you that, are you knowledgeable in that area of business? Like, do you know, like, have you gone for training? Have you started? What have you done so far? Do you have idea? Of course, yes, the answer should be yes. They did not say that itemize how you intend to spend the money Kickstart grants. As indicated above. So I've already mentioned that how you're going to do that. So for the 11th question, this is, have you worked in the software business and then if yes, please provide details. I think there's a mix up here. Let me go and check the 11th question. Okay. Okay, let me quickly. Okay. Here they say that how much do you need to start up or scale your business? I've already mentioned that. Based on the amount, itemize how you intend utilizing the money. Okay, we've done that. Okay, they now ask, based on the total amount required to start up, expand your business, how much is your equity contribution? You shall be required to provide evidence as per your contribution. So they say that how much is your equity? Like your equity is how much are you going to invest in the business? So I always advise that you put at least maybe 20%. Like probably if you are requesting for 1 million naira, put there that okay, you have 200,000 to contribute. You know, when I apply for the 3 million, I put there that I have 500,000 to contribute for my business. You know, that's equity contribution. It can even be 10%. They just want to know that okay, you are serious. So you have to mention how much you're willing to contribute. Please input the exact grant amount you are pushing for as the per the range you have selected. So now, if you are requesting for 3 million and you have input your equity contribution as 500,000, then the grant you should be selecting is you should be looking between 2 million to 3 million naira. If you are requesting for 1 million and your equity contribution is 200,000, then you select between 750 to 1 million. That's the way it works. So they said that itemize how you intend spending the Kickstart grant above. So here, you know, they have requested above before that you should indicate how you intend to spend the money. So they now say that itemize how you intend spending the Kickstart grant above. So if now you not tailored your needs to the 2.5 million because your equity is 500,000. So once you just read it, just remove, you copy what you copied above, you copy it here. You cannot remove one or two things that 500,000 will cover for. So the rest Kickstart will cover for it. Please take note of all these things because these are the things they will look at before you are being selected. Okay. I think there's a question. So let's go back to our question. Have you worked in the industry your business idea belongs? So the answer that if yes, please provide details. Explain in details what you have done so far in your industry since inception of the business. Mention the collaborations you've had. So what I always advise is that when you get here, make sure that you explain in details what you have done so far, everything you have done, like how you have started, what you have done, the steps you have taken. You give metrics like I have trained so number of, I have gone for this training, I have done this, I have bought this, I have done this, I have collaborated with social business owners, I have gone for this training. You know, mention the things you have done that relate to your business. They really want to know that you know what you are doing, that you are ready for the business. Somebody said that you can't hear me, David Ogungbe or something like that. After this class, please reach out to me on WhatsApp. Reach out to me on WhatsApp. Then the next one, they say that the 12th question, they say itemize the qualifications and expenses. Do you have operating? Itemize the qualifications and expenses. You have operating this line of business. So here, they just want you to list the certifications and trainings you have in your line of business. You can also mention your degree certificate. Just list them. You know, you can see that project management certificate is also training, probably, you know, in also kind of course. You know, just list the certifications, you know, try as much as possible to list as many as possible that you know can support your point. Anything you think that can support your point at all, just put it there. You know, don't be scared. You know, it's writing. Don't be scared of writing. But make sure that what you are writing, you know, relates with your business, go in line with your business. Then the 13th question, itemize the impact of a business and idea on the community, 100 words. Here, they want to know the impact of your business in your community because they are also after impact. You can answer this like, we provide, I'm just using this as an example. Please don't copy me for word. Use the words for your own business. This is just an example. For instance, you can say we provide affordable solar solutions to at least so number of people by the year maybe 2025 or 2027. This will contribute to SDG 7, that is Sustainable Development Goals number 7, which is clean energy. We will impact at least so number of percentage of this population in 5 years through our trainings. Then our solutions also contribute to job creation for the youth, thus contributing to SDGs 1 and 8, no poverty, and decent work and economic development. So can you see like the impact? No, I mentioned the impact I mentioned there on job creation, trainings, their contribution to SDGs is very, very important. You know, the impact is important. Then the fourth questions. Are you currently a beneficiary of a similar grant or have you received grants from other organizations? Just answer yes or no. If it's yes, put it there. Then if yes, please name the grant and amount of the year and year of receipt. So you list the grant you have won, put them here. That's what I did during my own time. So now, other grants you can apply for are Providence Bank that are currently ongoing. Providence Bank SME program. Please note this down. Note them down. Providence Bank SME program 2023. Creative Business Corp Nigeria 2023. Entrepreneurship World Cup 2023. Tony Edimelu Foundation Grant. World Bank Group. Non-Professionals Program. EcoBank Fit Tent Competition 2023. Please note them down. Please, if you are in this class tonight, reach out to me via WhatsApp. If you are in this class tonight, please reach out to me via WhatsApp. It is important. Seven questions to ask yourself before investing in your business. The first question is, how much time do I have? The second question is, how much knowledge do I have? Do I understand the principles of investment at all? Third question, how much skills and competence do I have or have access to? How much relationships do I have? What opportunities are available for me? Who are my advisors and team? How much capital do I have? You know, all these questions are very, very important. Now you have to, these are checklists so that you don't just jump on your business anyhow. You don't just do things anyhow. You have to have meaningful answers to these questions. If you can answer all the above questions perfectly, you have nothing to worry about. Even when you encounter challenges, you will definitely skate through because you already have a solid foundation. Thank you and God bless. If you want to, these are my contacts. You can, this is my business contact, facebook.com/dabotechcorp. You can join me on thread as Dareski, then WhatsApp +234 703 935 9066. +234 703 935 9066. I have an offer for you tonight. You know, if you want to learn how to write business plan or grants with using AI, this is a class I did like it's not 2 or 3 weeks ago. So the course, I did a course on that and it's available. Like the course I'm giving a 50% discount tonight. Like if you're in this class and you want to learn how to use ChatGPT or other AI, so I'm throwing the option open to you tonight. Visit this site, doubletechcorp.com/AI writers. doubletech.com/AI writers. So then this offer is going to be available from now till for tonight. For those who are going to be taking the action tonight. So I have put the link. I put the link in the chat box. For those who are interested in knowing how to use ChatGPT or other AI tools to write business plan or your grants, visit that link and make your purchase tonight. I'm giving a 50% discount because you are in this class. So now, do you have questions? If you ask questions, please type in your questions in the chat box. Or you can signify if you want to talk so that I can unmute you. Questions? Do you have questions? Okay, Ugumbe Alex. Let me unmute you. Ugumbe Alex, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation.
Okay.
It was very marvelous.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Please, I joined earlier, but as time goes on, didn't started disturbing me here because I was not with my headset, so
Okay.
I couldn't hear much of the presentation.
Okay.
That and the number two is this, I was about writing the website for other grants. So all of a sudden, you close that chapter.
Okay.
So I don't know how you can assist me on those areas because if I don't make this year, by God grace, next year is there for me.
Okay.
And number two, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay.
Unlike me, that I'm a research professor in one of a research institute in Nigeria.
Okay.
And I don't have any farm on my own or a business established on my own. Can I make use of the existing research farm?
Existing what?
Existing our research farm.
Okay.
Can I present this as my own business opportunity? Is it allowed?
Okay. To your first question, I've already mentioned that if you attend this class, please reach out to me on WhatsApp. So I will just reach out to me on WhatsApp. Then the second part, like, if you listen very well, the first part, I have already mentioned that you need to mention your collaborators and partners and all the likes. So if you want to apply for research, you can apply as your own because it's not your farm, but you can apply in collaboration with your research firm. You just go and meet them, the management, that okay, you want to apply for this social grants and you would like to create their intelligence about it. So if they support you, so you apply for the grant on behalf of the research firm, and you know that if at the end of the day you win, the credit will be given to you too. So just have an agreement with your research firm. So just have a partnership, working partnership with them. You want to apply for this grant, have an agreement with them, whatever agreement you have, that after the grant, this is so that you want to do. So if you eventually win, you have luck, that's how to go about it. But you can't apply as your own because it's going to be like infringement of, I don't know what they call it, maybe copyright, or because it's not your research firm. Do you still have other questions?
Yes, sir. Because now you gave us a website that we should visit. Sir, can you give us opportunity to tomorrow, because I'm using my phone and now I'm running out of data. So when I'm in office tomorrow, I'll be able to have access to Wi-Fi.
I've already said that you should reach out to me on WhatsApp.
Thank you.
I don't want, just reach out to me on WhatsApp. Actually, my offers, once I give them out in my trainings, I don't like going back. So if you open there tomorrow, if you open the website tomorrow and the offer is still there, you are lucky. And if it has gone back to the normal price, there's nothing I can do about it again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Do you have questions from other people? By now, I should be seeing questions in chat box because I want to close this meeting in the next 5 minutes. If I'm not seeing any other question, I might have to close this down. Okay. In the absence of further question, I think we can call it a day. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a wonderful night rest. Okay, say how you Yusuf. Please,
good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Please, if you're applying for the grant, must everything you're applying for be related to like agriculture? That's the planting of rice and other things. Is there any other thing you can apply for apart from agriculture? That's for this Kickstart grant.
Of course, I already mentioned it. That means you didn't listen to that part. I already mentioned it that you can apply for that, like you can apply for any type of businesses. So it's open to all businesses. Even if you go to their website, you will see it. They listed it there. They listed some business and they now said others. So it's open to all businesses. And for agriculture, to any type of agriculture can apply. It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying that you have higher chances of being picked if you apply for agriculture and you are planting rice, because that's where they wrote it on the website: rice, sorghum, millet, and it's because it's something that will support their own business faster. So they will give you more priority. But any type of business can apply as long as it's within 0 to 3 years of existence. And it doesn't matter whether you are a new or existing business owner. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless you.